So now let's talk about Adam Smith and what is the invisible hand, the Scottish economic philosopher. So he has this concept of the invisible hand, and the following is my interpretation of it. So basically, to break it down, it's like the market is controlled not by governments but by an invisible hand. It's the notion that self-interest can have social benefit. Think of that. It's the notion that self-interest can have social benefit. So let's give this context, and remember, this is just my understanding. So John has a business that creates bread. His self-interest is to create a successful business. By doing this, he creates the best bread and he undercuts the competition. The public get the best bread at the most affordable prices, so that's their benefit, and John has a successful business, a successful bread business. So this not only pays his salary, but it also pays the salary of others. So here we've got this invisible hand where John's self-interest is benefiting not just him, but it's also benefiting the community and the consumer. So this self-interest, which has brought a literal divine providence, and that's a word I believe that Adam Smith uses, but I'm assuming in Adam Smith's time there was not big brands that can use great economic leverage to evaporate competition. To give maybe it's a literal example, you might take like McDonald's, and McDonald's may or may not have the best burgers, but they do have a great service and they are priced competitively to their competition. So perhaps there is an invisible hand at work, though I dispute the divine element, because wherever fast food goes, unfortunately, ill health follows. And that doesn't mean that there's not a place for fast food, because I think there is a place for fast food, or maybe there's not when you think of it from a health perspective. I guess fast food is so embedded in our culture that it's pretty hard to imagine a world without fast food. So to me, the invisible hand is finite in its divine providence of human preservation, but perhaps more infinite in its economic elevation. And yes, I do recognize the term more infinite is philosophically impossible, and what an irony that is. And I guess also to add to this, that in the dirty world of business, invisible hands are not so invisible. The dirty world of business often comes with smiling faces with dirty hands. But that's just a personal opinion, and this is digressing. But I really do think that this is a very interesting philosophy that kind of, gives you a good understanding of, I guess, economic philosophy.